Hey, thank you for taking the time to answer a couple of questions. I want to ask you about what NASCAR's done to change restrictor plate racing at Talladega, and which do you prefer? Do you like the tandem racing, or are you happy we're trying to get back more into the pack racing?
Myself, I particularly like the pack racing. I think that it's a lot of fun from my standpoint. The tandem racing, you kind of have to rely on somebody constantly. So I'm not a huge fan of the tandem racing. I think that the pack is pretty much back. I think all the rules that they've put in place at Daytona that are going to apply this weekend are going to kind of force us to run in a pack versus a two-car.
But just like in Daytona towards the end this year, it did come down to tandem racing a little bit. Do you think it's going to end up like that this weekend?
It's tough to say. I mean, I don't think anyone knows at this point. Even Daytona really was single file at the end, so the tandem just didn't seem to work as well. When they raised the speeds, it seems like the tandem's less effective. But Talladega is a little bit different beast than what Daytona is, so until we really get on track, it's tough to say what effect it will have.
Yeah. Now, you've had a great start to the season. I mean, 2 wins already. What do you think's been the key to your success this season, especially already having a better season this year than last year?
Our cars are a little bit more competitive, for sure. I think that the crew chiefs are working pretty good together, closer than what they ever have. I think that we have a good kind of alliance with Michael Waltrip Racing, who they're running really well right now. So we kind of can feed off of that. So there's a lot of different things within our team of why we're running better, but still early in the season. It's still too early to think about the championship. We need to start continuing to think about how we can build points, bonus points for the chase.
Yeah. Now you said you guys are working a little bit closer with Michael Waltrip Racing. Can you talk about are you guys working closer this year than last year, or what's the kind of relationship like?
Well, basically it's Darian talked about it a few weeks ago. It was the crew chiefs just agree not to lie to each other. If they ask them a question, they answer, and Toyota does a whole lot to help with the design of our chassis, and they. If they see that one team is better than another in a certain area, they'll bring that to their attention. And so we drove each other's race cars last year at Charlotte, and I feel like that was kind of a turning point of what they were looking for their drivers. So that they started building cars similar to what ours are, and obviously now they're starting to run extremely well. So for us, anytime that they run well, it will benefit us, and obviously that alliance is really helping all of us at this point.
So you feel like you have a couple extra drafting partners this weekend with them?
Well, you don't want to count on anyone and feel obligated to help you at any certain time, but obviously when it comes down to it, Toyotas typically do help each other. I helped Martin win the halfway bonus at Daytona in February, so when you always have that option and the guy pokes out and they're side by side, you're going to go with the same manufacturer. That will happen 9 times out of 10.
Yeah. Now you talked a lot about Darian. What's your relationship like with having him as on your pit box this year? We always hear about Carl Edwards and Bob Osborne and the jokes of play with each other. What's your relationship like with Darian?
It's been really good. Obviously he's helped grow our team and get the everyone's morale back and everyone excited to be at the racetrack. And so for me, I think he's been a great team leader. First of all, I think that he's still working on the race day adjustments and how to what level we need to work on our car. Last week I felt like we kind of over adjusted each stop, and so that's stuff that's going to take time, but that's stuff that can be worked out. The important thing is we have fast cars, and he's building fast cars for me. Cars that are capable of winning. So, the communication stuff we can learn in time. Yeah,
and so it looks like it's definitely already working out very well this season. Tell me about what you, FedEx, Salvation, and the Salvation Army are doing in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, with a family of a disaster.
Say that again.
I just wanted to ask you about what you, FedEx, and the Salvation Army, are doing to help out a family in Tuscaloosa this weekend.
Well, we've gotten to do quite a few things with the Salvation Army in the past with FedEx. We've had a disaster relief vehicle that we donated, I think, 2 or 3 times. We've made separate donations a couple times. This time we're donating $10,000 to the Salvation Army. And what they did here is they helped build a home for a war veteran that was affected by a tornado here in the Tuscaloosa area. So he's really the first house that kind of gets rebuilt in this area. You look all around, there's complete devastation. So FedEx has helped with the appliances and making the donation to Salvation Army because they're the ones who stepped in and helped this family.
Wow. Now, is there a way for people who can continue to donate to the cause and to help out the other families in the area?
Yeah, I mean, the Salvation Army and the Red Cross are 2 organizations that do a lot whenever there's a disaster. They're helping the families right offhand. And so for us, we encourage everyone to try to help donate to them because they're going to be the ones that help rebuild this community.
Yeah. Would just being down there and seeing all the rebuilding, how do you describe the feeling down there a year later after the tornadoes that came through?
It's different for sure. When you look and you drive around this area, there's just so many businesses and homes that are really affected by the tornadoes, and this has been a year gone by. So it's for me, it's amazing that it looks like it just happened not too long ago. So it's going to take a lot of time to kind of get this community built back up again, and it takes help from everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. And Denny, I want to thank you for your time. I really appreciate the opportunity again to talk to you, and good luck this weekend.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.